It is all the news all the time, and it is lovely to have you back. And we're looking at some interesting news today. Starting off with this is Madame Du Barry, Jeanne Du Barry's apartments in Paris, in the Palace of Versailles. When I first heard about Jeanne Du Barry living in Versailles, I was told that she had a room, and it was above the king's room. But it seems I was not informed of the facts. She actually had 14 rooms in the Palace of Versailles. The king gave her 14 rooms. It was the largest and most prestigious apartment in the whole of Versailles, and it's just been fully restored. It'll be open to the public in 4 days, the 22nd of October. It's the 18th of October now. So in 4 days' time, this will be open to the public, and you can go and see Madame Du Barry's restored and refurnished apartment. These chairs are museum quality chairs from the period. Each one of these is enormously expensive, really crazy money for this sort of thing. But there's some really interesting pictures of this 14-room apartment in Versailles that was given to Jeanne Du Barry and is now being fully restored thanks to sponsorship from AXA Bank, and it's going to be opened in 4 days. So I thought we'd look at these photos, because I thought this is very interesting. It ties in with Johnny Depp and Mywin Lebesco quite well. So we have these beautiful chairs, restored and refurnished apartments. This is the day room. This is a day bed, and if you can imagine King Louis XV and the courtiers here. It seems Jeanne Du Barry was actually quite a sophisticated woman. I had the impression that she was a woman of ill repute who worked in a casino and used her charms to win the heart of King Louis XV. But it seems she was much more sophisticated than that, and she was a patron of the arts and of culture, and she established a lot of cultural activities in France. She was a patron of various artists. This is the corridor and chair cabinet. Don't even know what that is. A standby chamber. This is just so expensive. Look at the marquetry, and this is a lot of cash going on here. The dining room of Madame Du Barry. So I would imagine there'd be a large table in here, lots of chairs, King Louis XV, all the courtiers. This would be the main place to be. You'd have Madame de Pompadour, you'd have Marie Antoinette. This is the buffet room. You've got a dining room, you've got a buffet room. I mean, what else? You've got a salad room. You've got it all going on here. All the crockery. I mean, these are going to be tens of thousands per plate. Crazy money. And what have we got here? The bathroom as such, it looks like it's not real. It looks like a sort of drawing, but I'm sure it is. Library, lovely. Oh, this is nice. I mean, it should be. There's a lot of cash going on here. Another corridor. I thought it was one room. I didn't realise it was 14 rooms in the biggest section of Versailles, and above the king's apartments as well. I bet that thing is serious money. That's going to cost hundreds and hundreds of thousands, if not in the million range. That's beautiful. That is properly good. So yeah, very interesting rooms. Corner room of the Madame Du Barry's apartment, restored and refurnished. It's not just the restoration of the actual walls and plasterwork, it's all the gilding, all the furniture's been recreated and repaired and made beautiful again, and this fireplace. So there you go. That is the apartments of Jeanne Du Barry. Talking of Jeanne Du Barry, as we just were, I was looking down here at the cast list, and we've got a new person, David de Crane, but he's the king understudy, and I was wondering to myself, why did they need a king's understudy? And then I thought back, maybe those rumours of the arguments on set were more serious than I thought, and more serious than occurred, and maybe we've got David is stepping in for a lot of the scenes, so maybe there's going to be a lot of scenes where you only see the back of the king's head with Mywin at the front. Who knows? But I thought that was quite interesting to see that as well. There's his IMDb page, so if you want to have a look, he's done quite a lot of things, and he's in Jeanne Du Barry as the king's understudy, which is quite new and interesting. We've also got Luna Carpio. I'm not sure what she's doing. What else is going on? We've got an article coming out from Fandom Wire, and it's talking about Johnny Depp saying he admitted that he couldn't beat Robert Downey Jr.'s stardom as Iron Man, so he was very disappointed with that. Both Johnny Depp and Robert Downey Jr. are prodigies when it came to acting, with one making his mark as Captain Jack Sparrow, that guy, in Pirates of the Caribbean, and the other getting his name as the beloved Avenger, Iron Man. Both actors have created quite the legacy, but it seems Johnny Depp and Robert Downey Jr.'s friendship goes back decades, but it does seem that Johnny Depp was jealous of Robert Downey Jr. as we go on to explore. Johnny Depp admits that his portrayal of Captain Jack Sparrow was nowhere near Iron Man, well, at least in the eyes of his son. So what is he saying? He's saying in an old interview, he says Bob, Robert Downey Jr., had known each other for a million years as they both climbed up the ladder of success together. He continued by saying that the due date actor was someone he admired and had quite a good relationship with. And while talking about his son, Jack Depp revealed that the boy is Team Iron Man all the way. He recalled an incident where Robert Downey Jr. and his wife came over to his house for dinner. He stated that his 9-year-old son could not believe that he was sitting next to Iron Man, and Depp hilariously mentioned that he could see Captain Jack Sparrow leave his son's eyes as he was completely mesmerised by the Avengers' presence. I was thinking about this, and I think these are two different worlds, aren't they? They're not... It's not in terms of acting ability. They both are good actors and quality actors, and they can both bring a character to life. But it's the structure of the background of the films. In Johnny Depp's case, he had Pirates of the Caribbean, which he established the character and then went on to make 5 movies from it with Disney. But Robert Downey Jr. was part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe and had a much larger organisation and film structure around him. It wasn't just Iron Man on his own. It was a whole series of other films that all tied in together as part of this Marvel Cinematic Universe. So there was a lot of background assistance for the Iron Man role, and not so much for Johnny Depp. He was pretty much on his own and created that character himself, and from it developed 5 films, and I'm going to say possibly another one, because I don't want Margot Robbie being Jackie Sparrow. I mean, that's just... What else is going on? Well, Jeff Beck and Johnny Depp are in Toronto right now. I think the gig's going to kick off in about 3/4 of an hour. So if you're in that area, if you're in Toronto, now is your time. And they're saying, is there redemption in rock and roll? The answer is no, he doesn't need redemption because he won. That's the answer to that. And what else is going on? We're looking here, he said, after a successful defamation lawsuit, that's right, which drew millions of live stream eyeballs, there's a weird phrase, and prompted lots of chatter about which one of the couple behaved worse towards the other, that's the answer to that, behaved worse. The 59-year-old is attempting to shift the conversation. No, he's not, because he won. You don't shift the conversation when you unanimously win. Has the actor, who's been playing guitar since he was 12 years old, got the musical bona fides to share the stage with such a legend as 2-time Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, 8-time Grammy winner Beck? That's an interesting question, isn't it? Is Johnny Depp a good enough guitarist to compete with Jeff Beck? No. Not many people on the planet are. He is, as they say, 2-time Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, 8-time Grammy Award winner, etc., etc. He's an extremely technically excellent guitarist. Johnny is good. He's a good guitarist, but no, not many people on the planet are capable of competing against Jeff Beck. But that's not the point. You don't form a band and have everyone compete. You have lead guitar, you have rhythm guitar, you have drums, you have vocals. So it's a bit of a weird question. I previously saw Depp with Hollywood Vampires, Aerosmith at a Casino Rama in Toronto. Well, that's good for you. And on the 19th, it's the 18th today, so tomorrow we have a gig in Nashville at the Brown County Music Center, and always we ask the question, can you buy any tickets? And the answer is usually sort of, but they're really expensive. Let's have a look. Yeah, they're all sold out. All the blue ones are sold out, which is the normal tickets, and these are all resale tickets at inflated prices. So, I mean, there are tickets available. 504, 202, 245, 171. So they're all resale tickets. And so they've all been sold and now they're reselling. So there you go. It is possible, but at inflated 825. Holy great googly moogly, 350. That's crazy. So yeah, they're all sold out apart from people trying to make profit. And what else can you do? Session expired there. What is this? This is the Brown County Music Centre. We just looked at that. We can look at the actual Brown County Music Centre itself. I found this was quite interesting. You can do a virtual tour. I was like, oh, can you? So let's go through here. This is nice, isn't it? Oh, look at this. It's all posh around here. Lovely. And then let's go down here. Okay. And you've got, that looks like the ticket place. That's the exit. You've got a beer garden out there. Good words, good words. And if we go this way, can we go this way? Yeah, okay. Oh, where are we? Okay, let's go this way. So this is the venue itself. I like this. And so you're going to be here. Bucker, muffer. What are those things? Bucker, muffler? Don't know. Let's go see Johnny. And so he's going to be on this this stage here. And people are going to be up here, and it's going to be pretty awesome. What a nice place. So yeah, so if you're going to this event on the 19th, there's weird letters on the walls. Is this some secret code? Balcony C. I'm starting to I don't know. I do not know. I'm guessing at the moment now. Balcony. Loads of weird letters. So there you go. There's that. I was looking at this set list. This is the previous set list from September 20th, 2019. But it's starting off Space Papa, Big Lock, Status Just. So when you hear Just for Fun, the next song should be when Johnny Depp comes on stage, and that'll be the song Rumble. And if we look at the more complete list, once Rumble comes on, then it should be Hedy Lamarr, Isolation, and then finishing off with Death and Resurrection Show. I think Day in the Life, they leave stage, and then applause, and they come back and do 3 more songs. That's my understanding of the situation. So that's pretty much everything today I was looking at in terms of an update. Let me know your thoughts, hopes, dreams, and ambitions. Press the old like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really does help. And yeah, there's super thanks, and there's join the membership. Yeah, there's a join button down there as well. And I think that's about everything. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys later.